Hello everyone, today is Saturday, June the 3rd, 2023. I think it's the 3rd. I think it's the 3rd. Whatever Saturday, the first Saturday in June of 2023 is, that's what day it is. So, my name is Shelly. This is my channel, Proverbs 31:22, where I talk about cross stitch and a little bit of quilting and life in general. This is FlossTube number 126. And I've got not a whole lot, just this one page basically to share with you guys. I'm not stitching on quite as many different things now that I'm doing the rotation that I'm doing currently. And so, anyway, I do have some things to show you. Let's see. I don't know if I have anything. Yes, I do have a couple of things that I've finished, not fully finished, but just finished. I have a little bit of haul, things like that. So I'm glad you all are here. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you, I would love for you to subscribe. Consider doing that. If you see something that you like, want to come back and visit me, yeah, I'd love to have you come along for this wild and crazy stitching journey. You know, I was thinking about this morning. It's like I'm a little bit away from being 60, and with the health issues that I have, I only have so many things I can care about, I guess. Only so many shits I can give, basically. And since I have to work, has to be one of them. My house, cooking, any of that, I could care less about. So right now it's work and stitching and family. That's it. I mean, I don't even have an Emmy right now to give any shits for quilting, really. I've been working some on my daughter's quilt, and that's about it. I really wish that I had more to give to that, but right now I just don't. So anyway, that's where I am in my life. So we have been working on, not we, totally all my husband. He's put up a patio cover on our backyard patio, and we've gotten a set of chairs and a table, and we're planning on getting like a sectional and like a dining table. Instead of getting, you know, like a dining table with chairs and stuff, we're gonna do a sectional instead, with a sort of a lower dining table that we can, you know, it'll have two functions instead of just being like chairs that you can't really relax in. Because, you know, I will eventually want to put a TV out there and just kind of hang out. We've got some little, some lights that we need to string up. And so we've been doing, well, he's been doing all the work, and I've been doing the accessorizing and shopping. So, the set of furniture that we got, the table and the two chairs, we got them from Big Lots, and they're really nice. I really like them a lot. I went back to Big Lots today to see what they had as far as sectionals, and they didn't really have anything that I liked. So I did pick up a couple of pillows that they had on clearance. So I'll insert a picture here of that space. So that's a lot of what's been going on here around the house. Nathan is about to start summer basketball, and so that's going to be, I mean, I love to go see him play, but man, it's just so much. So just got to do what we can do, and, you know, that's it. So Trying to think if there was anything else. We had our stitch group today that meets in Florence, Alabama, the first Saturday of every month. And so this is, I think this is going to be sort of my stitching, my video in time, because I don't know, it's just a convenient time when I get home and I have all my stuff gathered up. I went yesterday to get my nails done. I've done my toes and done pedicures and stuff, you know, not very often, but I try to do that at least a couple of times a year, hoping to try to maybe do that a little bit more frequently. But I hardly ever do my, you know, my nails. And so, but I do want her to start like working on just, you know, getting my cuticles and stuff in better shape. But anyway, I went for my appointment yesterday, and it sort of ran really close to my massage appointment. I made an appointment with her, and she was a half an hour late getting to me because she was still working on the person before me, which was a little annoying. But anyway, I thought I was, you know, good to go after sitting on the dryer for about 15 minutes. And when I got to the spa and, you know, grabbed the door handle to open it, it smudged this thumb. And so I went, you know, I did like this to like try to smooth that smudge out, and the whole thing just like slid off. And so I think it must have had like lotion or something on it. I don't know why she didn't do the alcohol on the nails. She did them on my feet, but she didn't do it on my nails. And so, yeah, that one just, you know, completely came off. But I could have went back today and got her to redo them, but honestly, I've never had luck with salon, you know, applied nail polish unless it's gel, and I don't ever want to do gel again because it made my nails destroyed taking it off. And so, I mean, like that one right there has already got a chip on the end. So it's like, I'm not going to go get it redone. I'll probably next time I'm just going to have her do a clear coat, and then I can come home and, you know, paint them if I want to. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out so you know when I'm showing you stuff why it's like that. So I'm gearing up a little bit for the Sunflower and Bees retreat that's coming up in July in Huntsville, and they are having a couple of exchanges. And so one of the things that I want to do for my exchange gift is to make a project bag. And so I went to Hobby Lobby and picked up some fabrics. I had a few things in my stash that fit the theme, like I had this already, but I didn't really have enough. And so I went to get some more. So I was just going to show y'all. I don't know which one I'm going to finally pick, but I just put some pieces together with, you know, zippers, kind of give me an idea of, you know, ones to do. So I put that set together. And then I put this black with this pretty pink bee-skep fabric. I just think that's so pretty with the yellow zipper. I picked up this gray dot and paired it with this one right here. It's really pretty. And it does have bees on it. You can see, and it says it's got a scripture on it. So I got that set. This piece I already had in my stash, and I got this to pair with it. I didn't get it to pair with it, but this is what I paired together with a black zipper. And I had this piece in my stash, I'm pretty sure, from when we went to Stitcher's Garden in Franklin a few years ago. I picked up a bunch of bee stuff because I want to do some bees for my decor. I just hadn't gotten around to stitching any, but anyway. I put that with this fabric right here. And like I said, I don't know which one I'm going to make for my giveaway. Which one I'm going to choose, but I've got quite a few choices to you know, pick from. I don't know if you guys follow So Pretty Pins on Facebook, or I don't know if they have an Instagram. I know they're on Facebook. But they always show when they're about to have a release of their products. They sell through 1884 Stitchery. And every time that, by the time I've seen the post saying that, hey, they're live, they don't have any more. But finally, I got the notification. I went and they actually had some left of the ones that I wanted. So I picked up this set. Look how pretty that is. The little bunny. And then I picked up this set that I put in this little pillow. So this one is a little bee. I love this little flower right here with the little cup bead. But this is my mental health care style piece from several years ago that I FFO'd into a little pillow. So I was excited to finally own some of those. I'll probably never buy any again, but I love those when she showed them, and I was like, yay, I finally got some. So a while back I had ordered this pattern from eBay, and it was less than $5 with shipping and everything. And so I ordered it, I paid for it, and then the seller reached out to me and said, I'm so sorry, but I cannot find this pattern. And so she sent me a refund check, and then she's like, if I ever find it, you know, I'll let you know. And so she found it. She ended up finding it and sent it to me, and she didn't, you know, she didn't take any money the second time. So I saw this, someone shared this in a group from My Lady's Needle. My spirits lift whenever I stitch. I just thought it was really pretty. And so when I found it for that inexpensive, I went ahead and picked it up. I went to Joann's during the week this week because, and you'll see it in a minute, on my Elizabeth Weston, some of the floss that I used 2 different dye lots, and they weren't the same. And so I went to get, you know, I was hoping that they would have one that would match what I had in the sampler, and they did. So I picked that up, $8.29, and I went and looked through their clearance stuff, and they had these little, I like to use these in my little smalls when I display them in a tray or whatever. So they had these, and I want to say they were like $2 something, yeah, like $3 a bag, and so that was a pretty good price. So I went ahead and got them. I think that's all of the stash. I think that's all of the stash that I've gotten. So let's talk about the stitching. So my my current focus piece is the Our Father piece from Anne Makes Things over on Instagram. She also has a blog, and that's where she shares her patterns. I don't know if she sells any. I think she might sell some, but a lot of her stuff are freebies, and so this is a freebie. I have to make sure I grab the right bag. And it is my focus piece right now. It's not going quite as quickly as I wanted it to, but there's been a couple of nights where I just haven't stitched any, if, you know, a lot, if any at all. So, but this is what I've gotten done. So I've been trying to just, like I started coming down this side, and I'm trying to go ahead and finish the lines of text as I go. So, I mean, I don't have a whole lot left. Hopefully it'll get finished next week. I don't know. I just don't know. I think it's probably going to take 2 more rotations. So what I'm doing, my rotation is I stitch on this for 4 days in a week. And then the other 3 days I kind of stitch on either Whip Go or Magazine Monthly or Christmas stuff. And then the week in between, when I work on this piece, whatever my focus piece is, I work on another sort of big piece. So either Elizabeth or my genealogy family heritage pieces that I've chosen for the year. And so basically I stitch on this 4 days every other week. So I've been working on that. Let's see. I did work on In Command again for WhipGo. The weekend of the 19th. And actually got up here to putting in some of the wing. So this is Teresa Kogut pattern, one of her angels. This is Evil Queen linen from Be Stitch Me, and I'm using the called for DMCs. And this fabric is not really my favorite thing to stitch on, but God, it's gorgeous. So I just did a little, you know, a little bit on that. 500 stitches is what my goal is for every time a WhipGo piece is called. On the 20th, I went over to North Alabama Stitchers had a meetup at the library in Huntsville, and I just happened to be going to Huntsville that day anyway to do some shopping for a gift for someone, and so that was the first time I had joined them, and I had a lot of fun. They have a really nice library where they meet. But anyway, we had a nice time stitching, got to meet some new people, and Brenda Greer, who's one of the administrators in the North Alabama Stitchers, she makes and sells bags. And so this is more haul, and I'll have to go grab the other ones that I got, but this is one that I got from her. I just bought 3 of her smaller ones. So this is the name of her Facebook group. And I mean, I joined the group, but I haven't really done a lot of activity, so I guess that's where she lists stuff. But I mean, it's just a small little bag, very well made. You know, put your threads for a project and your scissors. Hang on, let me grab the other 2 that I got. Okay, so I got this one. That was super cute. And it's just, they're just plain on the inside. And then Mardi Gras masks. And same fabric on the inside. So she sells this size, one slightly larger, and then a larger one. I don't remember what size Q-snap she said it holds, but anyway, if you're interested in, you know, buying some bags, I mean, these were $8, so I thought that was really reasonable. Just check out her Facebook group, Brenda's Minders and More. Okay, so I did that. I've still been stitching on Jeanette Douglas's bouquets at lunchtime every day, and I did finish May's version, which is right here. And then I have started June, and I just love the colors that I picked for this. So this one, the bouquet is in like a jar, and so like you can see the, you know, the stems down in the jar. So I decided to use just one strand on the jar, and I'm using Caribbean as the name of the floss I'm using for the jar. These are just so pretty. And, you know, I'll stitch like maybe 20 minutes, probably 3 times a week at lunch. And so, I mean, you know, it gets it done. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Okay. I don't remember if I showed you guys. I don't have it written down, so I guess I didn't yet. Did I show you guys the finish on my You Got This, the mental health piece? I don't remember if I showed you guys or not. But I just started another one, and I haven't shown you guys that one, so I'm thinking that I haven't shown you guys that You Got This, and I don't have it right here with me. I haven't been doing quite as good of a job taking notes, and so making notes, so I'm not sure if I did or not. But, and I don't have it next to me, so I have no idea where it's at. I don't know. So I'll show you that eventually when it gets FFO'd probably. So I did start this piece, the next one. This is just a little piece of fabric that I hand dyed and had no idea what I was going to stitch on it, and it was the right size for this piece. I don't know if the colors necessarily go, but I'm going with it. So this is in cross stitch for the Heart, I believe is the name of it, by Emma Congdon. And so that's that was my mental health care piece for the rest of May after I got the You Got This one, You Got This piece finished. So I did start, I did stitch this weekend on a BBD weekend piece, and since I finished my stockings, I had to pick something new because I don't have a current one, didn't have a current one I was working on, and so I picked Summer Jubilee, which is from Souvenirs of Summer book. This is what it looks like. So they stitched the model on, the model on 18th century Blackbird linen from R&R. I'm stitching mine on a 40 count Zweigart called Anthracite, which I looked it up and it's a type of coal. So this is what I've gotten done. So I'm picking my own colors. I only had one color that they called for, and my die-lot didn't look the same, and so I'm just trying to do them very similar to the colors that are called for. So I've divided it up into 12 pieces, and it's basically like 16 columns, each 12th, and so hopefully by July 4th next year I'll have a finish on this. I'm using overdyes, Weeks Dye Works, Classic Color Works. The letters and the numbers right here are going to be with a DMC, I don't remember what they call it. They have like several different lines of variegated ones. I can tell you what the number is. So it's 4080. Now whether that's the color variations or one of their other lines, but this is what it looks like. And then these are the rest of the colors. I was trying to decide what color I was going to do. The border, I started off with this, and then I came in and did some today with this, and decided that I'm going to go with this one. So I went in and ripped out what I did in Berry Splash and then replaced it with Blue Coat Red. which I don't get the name at all, but anyway. Okay. I did put together my first stocking. The only thing I have to do is get the beads to make the little hanger, but I'm so happy with the way it came out. It's so cute. I had to make it a little bit shorter because I'm cutting out from, what are these things called? Layer cake. A layer cake of French General for the backs. And so it was it had to be a little bit shorter than what the pattern called for. But, I mean, it was just, you were going to fold it down in the inside anyway. I just had a little bit less to fold down. So, and this is a fabric that I hand dyed, and then I chose my own colors of flosses of over dyed. So I've got them all with interfacing on the back and ready to cut them out and stitch them together. So that's that. Let's see. My husband's doing more work on the patio cover, so if you hear any banging, that's what it is. Okay, so I also worked on Elizabeth this week. This is from Hands Across the Sea. She's my big mama. I measured her today at Stitch Group, and she's 23.5 by about 21 or so long right now. So she's quite a big piece. So let's see if I can try to do a pan. I'll also do a picture and include it. I'll probably include it at the front of this video. Okay, so I'm currently working over here, this side of the border. Let's see, right in here. So I didn't quite get a page finish, but I'm basically just going to do the four days a month unless, you know, I decide I want to stitch on it more. But I did run into the problem with this 829. And I'm not sure, no. So I don't know if you can tell, the people at Stitch Group said no one's going to know but you, but it is considerably browner. This one's more green. It's the color that's on the little stem going out to the big flower. And this one is a lot browner than this one. And so I was able to find one at Joann, but they only had one. So I hope that it makes it all the way around, or I can find another similar dye lot somewhere else, because I do not want to go around and have to rip out. So this is a 36 count linen that Devin FL on Instagram dyed for me specifically for Elizabeth. I'm using the call for DMCs, 1 strand over 2 threads, or 1 strand over 1 thread. The letters are over 1. There's 2 of these little birds that are over 1. These little berry things are over 1. There's going to be more over 1 the further down I go, so not my favorite thing, but it sure is pretty. Let's see. I'll be right back. So last weekend I did actually work on my Shannon Christine ornament. I haven't worked on it in several months, and I don't know, I haven't felt like stitching on it, or I've wanted to stitch on other things, but I sort of got finished with something and was kind of like, I don't know what I want to do. And so I stitched on this number 4 ornament. These are on 28 count Cashel linen with her called for DMCs. The metallic, I'm using treasure braid instead of Krynic. And then the beads. I like how Rachel Q is doing hers. Instead of using the beads on all of this part right here, she's just doing the metallic. And I kind of wish that I had done that, but oh well. I'm not going to go back and take all these beads out. She's still doing the beads in the center of the flowers, but so I was glad to finally get some more stitches in on that. Speaking of Shannon Christine, I'm still doing her subscriber club group on Facebook, and she's just started a series of little cottages, which are really cute. So definitely I'll include a picture of the first one that she released right here. Her subscription group's about $10 a month, and you get several patterns every month. And you also get a coupon every month for her website, and so it's definitely worth it, I think. I had showed you guys this a while back, but I didn't have the inside finish, so this is a little jewelry case that I got off of Amazon that I got personalized. And I did finally, I did finally get the inside covered with fabric. It had a divider over here. I took all of that out, and this is just a really small, just had like a little bitty pair of black scissors in it, but you can put some needles here, you know, chapstick. I got some little counting pins in it, and just, you know, whatever you need just when you're quick on the go stitching. As far as my May stats, I had a little over 9,200 stitches that I got in May. Year to date, I'm at 43,157. I had 1 new start. I had 4 FOs. So that brought my whip count to 68, which is what I started the year with. So unfortunately, I'm not making a dent and making the number go down, but you know, it is what it is. I'm having fun stitching, so. And then now, you know, I started another one today, so, or yesterday. So that'll bring it up a little bit. I did decide for June to do, participate in the Red, White, and June. I think that's what they're calling it. Fat Quarter Shop's doing the stitch along. So I'm going to stitch on the Summer Jubilee piece. I have the chock full Liberty jar that I have never started. So I'm going to start that tomorrow. And I'll alternate those every Sunday this month, stitching on those. And let's see. You know, the BBD weekend sale, I started that piece. I am participating in the Magazine Monthly Challenge group this month again. And also working on a family heritage piece in honor of my cousin. This is her birthday month. She died about 8 years ago, I believe, but she was my maid of honor at my wedding. She was the mom to the cousin that I talked about on a couple videos ago. The one that I did the start of the St. Patrick's Day piece for her and her daughter. So that mom of that group, my cousin was her mom. And so we were very close to one another. When I was little, I was always, you know, following her around, carried on her hip, that kind of thing. I spent a lot of my time at her house, you know, babysitted for her kids during the summer, and just, we were real close. So I'm going to work on flea market flowers in her honor because she loved growing flowers and stuff. And so I'm gonna stitch on that. I believe this coming week. Yeah, this coming week I'll stitch on that for 4 days in her honor. So, and once I stitch on that, I'll probably share a little bit more about her on the next video when I show that piece. So that is all I've got for you guys. That's it. So I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, a good week and the month ahead, since it looks like I'm going to be filming on a monthly basis, you know, unless something happens where I, you know, feel like it otherwise. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys come back for the next video. Leave me a comment below. Tell me how you're doing, what you're stitching on, what your plans are for the summer, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.